All right, day 4 of my training regimen for the National Pickleball Championships. Excuse my appearance. We've been traveling on the road for a few days now in our Pickleball Express. We just left Pennsylvania, and I think we're now in Maryland, traveling to Virginia. And I think we're going to have to be creative, trying to figure out how I can get some pickleball drills or work out today. We'll have to think of something creative. But I figured that since we were on the way, I could talk about my plans and figure out how I'm going to lose weight, learn a third shot drop, and get in way better shape before the tournament begins.
Do you really think you can do it?
Of course I think I can do it. I think I learned at a really young age that I can do anything, and I think I learned that from my mom. So for example, like when I was around 8 years old, I went to my mom and I said, "Mom, I really want to play baseball, not softball. I want to sign up and play on a boys' baseball team." And my mom didn't even hesitate. She didn't ask why. She didn't try to talk me out of it. She said, "Okay, find out when the sign-ups are and I'll take you." So I did all the research, and the Saturday came, and we got out of the car and she held my hand and we stood and waited in the long, long line. And the whole way in line, I thought, oh, I wonder how my mom's going to be able to sign me up. So we got up to the booth, and the man behind the counter took one look at my mom and took one look at me and said, "Ma'am, can't you read the sign?" And he pointed above him. He said, "Torrance American Boys Baseball, tab. You can't sign up your girl to play Torrance American Boys Baseball. That's against the rules." And my mom looked right at him, looked above his head, and said, "Well, you should probably change the name, because I'm signing my daughter up to play in this league." And he said, "Ma'am, I can't let you sign her up, because nobody's going to pick her to be on the team, and then you're going to waste your money." And my mom said, "I'll tell you what. If you let me sign her up today, and you let her come to tryouts, if she doesn't get picked for a team, then I'll walk away, I'll lose my money, and you'll never hear from me again. But if I sign her up and she goes to tryouts and she gets selected for a team, then you have to let her play." So the man behind the counter confidently said, "Okay, ma'am, this is how much you need to pay. This is where you need to sign." And I'll never forget, as we walked away from that counter, I looked up at my mom, and she looked down at me, and she said, "We both know that when you go to tryouts, you'll be the best one out there and you'll get selected on a team." And I smiled back and said, "Yep, you're right, Mom. That's what I'm going to do." So I trained really hard every day, every night. I trained and I trained and I trained. And you bet, when I went to those tryouts, I got selected by several teams to play, and I had a great season. I remember that year we made it to the playoffs. So I played boys baseball for many, many years. I figured, I'm out of shape, I'm overweight, I've had 5 surgeries in the last 3 years, my knees are bad, my back is bad, my neck is bad, my shoulder's bad, but I can go to the national championships and I can get a gold. I'll just have to find a way to do it.